You're watching and listening to the Fat Bidin Film Club, and this is being shot with my new GoPro Hero 7 Black. See, it's been years GoPro. You need to sponsor
him?
You need to sponsor us, us. So as usual, we watch a local film and we review it. And this time we are going to watch Upin dan Ipin
Keris Siamang Tunggal.
What was it called? Betul. Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I will assume you are right.
Yeah, I watched 3 of their films before this.
So we watched Upin and Ipin Keris Siamang Tunggal.
Go on.
And Zan is currently adjusting his GoPro. So
Okay.
So we watched it. It's an animated film, and it is not a spin-off lah. It is one of the films from the Upin and Ipin franchise. Upin and Ipin was originally a TV series, so it's about these twins boys who are named Upin and Ipin. And they live in like a kampung. Anyway, that's not what this film is about. So basically, it's this franchise. The TV series was very popular. Then they had merchandise, and then they went into movies. So this is their fourth,
I think.
movie.
Yeah.
We think.
I think.
And it's based on a lot of, well, it's not based on that, but it has a lot of Malay folklore references, specifically their characters, and it's about it's mythical lah. So it's like about this legend of this keris that Upin and Ipin find in their atuk's shed, and it transports them to a magical, mystical land where all these folklore characters live, but they're all living in oppression and suffering because their land has been taken over by an evil sorcerer type person who is also a folklore character,
Raja
Besio. And they basically use the Keris, or sort of get the Keris to the right person, the hero, to save the land lah. All of this happens very accidentally because they don't really know what's happening most of the time. Yeah.
So
What did you think?
we like the story.
It's the story.
Good storytelling. Very exciting. You watch it.
It's a bit scary at first.
It's very scary for kids, right?
This Raja Besiong character is no joke.
Which in the folklore he is a bad guy.
Yeah. I mean, very effective lah.
Yeah. I mean, all these folklores are supposed to scare children anyway, like si tanggang. You're derhaka to your mother, you get turned into stone.
I
and
agree
things
with
like
that.
So yeah, but I liked the film. It was very exciting. It reminded me of when I was younger. I wanted to go on adventures and things like that, like watching the 3 investigators. So it was good. And Upin and Ipin has always had a history of being very good having very good storytelling lah, especially the TV series. And their first movie, Gang, the movie was excellent. This one is good, still doesn't beat the first one lah. The first one was excellent. The one before this was I mentioned to you, it was so sell out. It was a half animated, half live action, and
but all
product placement everywhere.
So it's Transformers.
Especially it's like Transformers. It's like stupid lah, and it was horrible. So storytelling also was quite bad. But now glad to see that they're back to good storytelling. But it was too full, chock-a-block of activities and in action, that I felt that there was no breather. It was very tiring to watch.
But I don't know, we're adults.
Yeah.
I feel like kids would enjoy it lah, because it's very, like you said lah, very exciting. A lot of things are happening, and then I don't think kids are very good at following plot unless something is happening.
Yeah. But I don't know if this is a good thing for children or not.
Yeah, because then you're just encouraging their short attention.
Yeah, short attention. Just like that's why I don't like the kids watching Disney Channel. Because Disney Channel, all their shows, they don't. Disney exactly, Channel. They don't. Last time when I had Astro, I would say no, you cannot watch Disney Channel because the shows are all like that, bam, 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 one after another. It is very. That's why I like Charlie and Lola. Very calm, very calming. You know, but I don't know if it's good for their mental health, children. But anyway, other than that, it's
well,
very interesting.
Entertainment value is high.
Yeah,
it's very entertaining.
And it's
got
great.
Good story.
It's great that they incorporate all the Malay folklore and all that.
It's got nice Malay folklore. It's got like a bit of a wayang kulit thing also.
Oh yeah, that was quite nice.
The music
was good.
They've got this one character that I really liked, which was the Panglima, who also sings, and he's just like so suave. And
another thing that one thing that will probably kill the good storytelling for me
was the racism.
The racism. Now, Gang, the movie, the first one, was very nice.
Wait, for context, Upin and Ipin live in a kampung.
Yeah.
So they have all of these friends who are of different races. Okay, continue. So Gang the movie.
Upin and Ipin has been a TV series that has been trying to promote kampung life.
Yeah.
I remember when I was in Patani, southern Thailand, shooting my documentary, the Malays there felt like the Thai government was trying to take away their culture, right? But they were trying to hang on to it, and one of the things that they would allow their children to watch was Upin and Ipin, because it showed them true, authentic kampung life, and they wanted that, which they couldn't get, because of the Thai assimilation process. So Upin Ipin has always had that agenda but Gang and the TV series is also quite okay because they had multiracial friends in the kampung, and
it wasn't race.
It wasn't race. Yeah, it wasn't like
the race
racist.
was secondary lah.
Yeah, like this
it's
one.
More about just them having fun and going on adventures.
Yeah, in this movie, in this particular movie, you had these
same friends, but
token characters.
They suddenly
No, actually they're different friends already.
Oh, different friends already.
They don't have the Indian boy anymore who likes to ride a cow and calls the cow sapi and all that. No more already. So now it's this Punjabi kid and this
who's
Chinese
like
girl.
So token.
Yeah, the Punjabi boy doesn't say anything but.
I think one of the kids are like East Malaysian also.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's quite not.
And then there's this Chinese girl who constantly says ma at the end of every sentence that she speaks. She says, bukan macam tu ma, kita kena pergi sana ma.
Chinese people
well, a lot of them do, but this is racial stereotyping for media.
Yeah.
And this becomes like cultural imperialism.
And if you're showing it to children,
it's wrong.
It's probably not very healthy for them to learn that.
Yeah. So to me, it felt like it was a very racist element.
And Upin and Ipin is such a massively consumed medium,
Yeah.
So they really need to take responsibility for the kind of message and the kind of ideologies that they portray. But while I do agree that it is wrong and that they shouldn't be racist, I feel that Upin and Ipin has also always been a little bit culturally imperialist in the sense that they're always driving a kind of Malay agenda.
Yeah.
So
and we should not encourage that.
We should not encourage that. We're not condoning that at all here at Bidin. But this film definitely was quite heavily geared towards that.
Yeah.
Your heroes are Malay. Malay folklore characters were also Malay, and they were. I mean, you have Malay folklore characters that are not Malay, right? Cheng Ho, Hang Lipo. So, but these were all very like Melayu driven, and I don't really know if it was intentional. I don't really know. I mean, if you've already crafted out the story that way, I get it that you want to use the folklore and everything, but like you said you could have still portrayed the other race characters better. You could have fleshed them out better. But if the purpose was to just drive one particular Malay agenda, they really definitely succeeded because it was truly quite Melayu.
From my experience with Les Kopa, I can say that it is intentional. Because I was hired as a freelance director to direct a show for them. I only lasted a few weeks because I could sense that ultra Malay agenda. Very cultural imperialism, very Malay supremacist kind of agenda that they have lah. And I immediately quit after a few weeks, and I just couldn't take it, right? And like I said, you want to preserve a culture is fine. You want to,
We're all for preserving the
preserving
culture, but
encourage
we don't
cultural
feel like you need to.
pride and all that. It's
Yeah.
fine, but you don't be racist
Yeah,
about
you
it.
don't need to be racist
Yeah.
to preserve your culture
Because
and to be proud of your heritage.
as much as we look at the Malaysian media industry and we think that there's still a lot more progression that can be done, we've also come a long way, because like 20-30 years ago we had shows like Pimai Pimai Tantu, which was a great show at that time. Had a lot of these stereotypical token characters from other races, like a Chinese hairdresser, an Indian comical taxi driver, and we've moved away from that,
Yeah.
And now with this movie coming out and bringing that back, for children some more, I kind of don't agree lah, and that to me kind of trumps the good storytelling also lah.
And again,
You know?
it is a massively consumed franchise.
And that's the danger.
And that is the danger, because
Yeah.
if this is the kind of message that you're choosing to spread to your mass audience, they've already made like 4 million in the first week, I think. At least 4 million. And you can already imagine how many people have seen it and sort of bought into it lah, in a way, subconsciously or otherwise.
So we need to we need to send a message to them. I want to say, hurt them where it hurts most, which is their pockets, but apparently it's made some money already. Let's not give them more money. So I would say don't watch this film.
I would tell them to make a better film lah the next time. I
Yeah.
mean, take into account all the cultural sensitivities of other people, not just yourselves, There's more to Malaysia than just being
But what
Malay.
is funny is if you look at the ending credits, a lot of
non-Malays
names in there.
Like, oh my god,
Yeah.
so many non-Malay people worked on this.
But they were mainly the technical people,
The sound, the music and
Yeah.
everything is all by
Sound,
Chinese dude.
and the animation, the technical lah. But the storytelling is still
There's even
Malay
a
lah.
Bangkok branch or something, right? Okay, so storytellers have to be responsible for the kind of messages that they put into their narratives. And we felt like, even though this film was entertaining, and even though the story was great, and even though it was great that they incorporated a lot of heritage and a lot of culture, the message was still quite underlyingly racist. And that was also portrayed in their non-Malay characters. So would you tell people to watch it?
No, do not go and watch this movie. Do not encourage them. Do not enable them. I would say, I don't even want to be nice and say give them a chance to make another film. Just stop.
Why?
Just stop.
But you like Upin Ipin.
No, I don't like it. I think it's good, but I don't watch it. You know what I mean? I don't even let the kids watch it.
Yeah,
They can watch it if they want. The TV series, I don't feel like there is any danger in them watching it. But I'm not like, hey, it's Upin Ipin, you should watch this. No. Yeah. And Athena watches it because in school the BM teacher plays it for them sometimes. Yeah.
Okay, so I personally would tell you to go and make your own judgment, but don't bring your kids, because I think your kids will get a lot nightmares, and kids are not as critically, they can't think as critically as adults do, unless you are also quite like a ultra kind of adult. Then maybe you shouldn't watch it also, because then it'll just enable you further to be a racist asshole.
But then we're telling them that they would want to watch it.
Cannot win lah like this. If you have half a brain and you can think for yourself and sort of like make proper assessments, then go and watch it lah. Okay. But either way, yeah. So if you have seen it and you have something to tell us, like if you don't think it's a racist film,
Please let us know
Please let us
so that we
know.
can shit on you in the next episode.
he'll shit on you.
Yeah.
I might.
A shit on
We'll see.
anyone who's racist.
Okay.
Okay, so follow us on all our social media.
Angry.
Like this video if you like it. Thumbs down if you don't like it. Subscribe. Or follow us on all our social media platforms at FatBidin, or go to fatbidin.com to get everything. I'm assuming I'm Zan Azli.
And I'm Shell Ibustawan. Say no to racism.
Hey, if you want to learn how to become an independent filmmaker or a filmmaker in general, I've got a book which I wrote with a buddy of mine. It's called Zan Azli and Wan Chun Hong's Guide to Indie Filmmaking. You can actually buy it off of here. I'm going to put the link down here at my website, fatbidin.com. It's only a couple of ringgit, and it's really good because it has many different chapters, the process of filmmaking, and each chapter I interview a Malaysian filmmaker who gives advice and tips of from their experience. So yeah, yay, link is down here. Yay.